some of the decodable books that we purchased with the grant that we had written. The reason why we decided to write the grant, we felt, based on the science of reading that we have been implementing now. This is our second year, and it aligns nicely with our new reading program. Noelle and I and our other kindergarten colleagues had discovered that there was always a small percentage of students that, regardless of what we did, whether it be small groups, working with the reading specialists, they just weren't developing those decoding and fluency skills. So through the district professional development last year, we discovered the science of reading, and we kind of took a deep dive into it, and we joked that it was our aha moment. We were like, okay, this is awesome. We're going to use this with our kids. And so we continued that research throughout the year and decided to kind of play around, buy some books on our own through Teacher Pay Teacher. We listened to podcasts, we followed blogs, and in conjunction with our reading specialist came up with this group of books. And so we did some research as to which books were recommended and which books were high quality text. And as you can see, if you look inside the book here, it gives you, this would be a book for one of our higher learners, but it gives you the sounds students need to know, the high frequency words they need to know, and any special vocabulary so that they are going to be successful reading this book. These are also great because rather than some of the older, more traditional decodable texts, they were just kind of almost nonsensical. The cat taps the lap. Didn't really make sense. But these books have real characters and settings, comprehension questions, and they can be used as anchor text for writing as well. So they serve a lot of purposes for us, and we have them on many levels to meet the needs of everybody in kindergarten. What do we hear in that word? You hear the whiny A, and what does whiny A say? And when it's when you have an M or N at the end after a short A, you hear that and sound, right? So the title of the book is Pam. Okay. So when we are reading the book, I want you to focus on the things we've talked about. Look at all of the letters. Do we ever guess at a word? No. We decode it. That's right. We never guess. Exactly. Okay. So when we're talking about decoding books, the first thing we want to think about is that reading is not something that kids develop naturally, but speaking is something that they develop naturally. So our job is going to be to now take those speech sounds, make sure they hear them, and then once they hear them, apply them to the letter graphemes that they'll be reading and writing. As Noelle said, the brain is not hardwired to read. It is hardwired to learn how to speak. Babies learn how to speak. They mimic sounds that they hear. So then teaching the children to take that speech, what they're saying out loud, and then apply the symbol, which is the letter, so to spell it. So what we'll do is we'll tell the children to say the word. They tap out the sounds. Then they will map it out using poppers, or we have segment boxes that they can use, so they're hearing the first sound, the middle sound, the ending sound, and they take the word at, write it, M-A-T, that's encoding it, and then when they come across it and they sound it out, at, they're decoding it and figuring out what that word says. Okay, make sure your finger's under the first word in the sentence, on the first page. All right, Taylor, is everybody ready? Go ahead.
Him. At, sat, at.
Did you hear any rhyming words in there?
Yes.
What here?
Sat, mat.
Right, you remember Mrs. Botari, right? Okay, so say sat. Change s to and the word is excellent. Also align these with Secret Stories, which is a program that teaches spelling patterns, teaching them, for example, that there's a silent E at the end of a word if there is a vowel and a consonant before the E. Okay, what secret story do we know in the word the? You know, when wait, what do we know about the E, the vowel E?
Silent.
Well, is it silent? What's the other rule about? Sometimes mommy E can be silent. You're right, Patrick. What else do we know about vowels? Sometimes they don't know what to say, so they say, I don't know. How about the TH, the digraph TH? What's the story? Secret stories for TH. Right, makes that. Right, but it's one sound, but two letters. It's been great because we've been able to meet all of the kindergartners where they are, and not just for kindergarten. We were hopeful that first grade teachers, second grade teachers who have those students that are still developing those phonics skills could use these as well. Say thank you, Brain. Give your brain a kiss. Thank you for working so hard. Okay, and you are all done. All right.